Morning guys, how we doing? I'm Ryan Mac, welcome back to Trading Guys. I'm just going to quickly run through some technical analysis. Let's go to the top. So I normally do, obviously, monthly, weekly and so on, but I mean there's really no need right now, I can clearly see it. We know which economies are strong, which economies are weak, but I wouldn't be taking a buy from here to there. It's just not worth it for me. Now you can see, we did mark it up, so the previous resistance, once broken, becomes the new support. We say it every single time, right? So could you take that? Yes, you absolutely could. Let's see, how much is it coming up at? Yeah, 220 pips. I mean, that might be fine for you guys. I just don't see it as worth it with the risk to reward and so on and so forth. So for my swing trades, I mainly look for this, when it goes back and hits these main areas, and then it is worth it because you're taking the same amount of risk, right, from here to here as you are from here to here. You know what I mean? And look at what you would have caught. You'd be up 1,200 pips, give or take, right? Slightly less. But yeah, that's why I prefer doing it that way. So here, we were in AUD CHF. Well, that's looking quite good. We did get out though, but it was choppy, right? We got into it, right? So actually, I got into it here, I got into it again here, and I got into it again here, and I ended up getting out round about this area here as it came back down. Yeah, I had my stop loss here. It came back, stopped us out, that's right, and then it went. So if you'd have kept the stop loss where it originally was, down here, you wouldn't have been stopped out, and you could have kept it running, but it is a pretty boring trade. I mean, look, it's pretty shitty, right? You would have been profit, draw down, profit, draw down, profit, draw down, profit, draw down, profit, draw down. For the whole time, it's not a real solid trade. We made money on it, so who cares? AUD NZD is a funny one because I had it marked up. Do you know what? I actually entered AUD NZD, and when it came back down, I was like, just get back out of it. The reason was, if you look at the EMA, it's really, really overextended here. So what I was really waiting for was a deeper pull back down, potentially even to here, and then it take off, and we just never got that. It just went. And that's actually ran quite a fair bit. That has ran, for a good 500 odd pips. I mean, that's worth it. So I had this marked up, and I would have taken it. I just wanted a deeper pullback, and as you can see, we just didn't get it here. I mean, this was ages ago, back in the weekly. That if we'd have entered here, let me just go to the daily, where I did have this marked up. You can see it. The previous high gets broken, becomes the new support. Boom, away it goes. I mean, you're talking. I didn't enter this one here, but I did have it marked up, as you can see. And I mean, what's that? 1,600 pips, for 1% risk, guys. Of course, you can add to it if you wish, but for 1% risk, you're getting 1,600 pips, just letting that run. Let's see how long that ran for, because that's quite important to note as well. Let's say around here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 weeks you could have held that for, right, if you entered it, just to give you an idea. 23 weeks you would just have stayed in this trade and just let it run and run and run. So that's quite a good thing to note. If when you're doing your journal, I like to mark up trades that I've seen but I didn't take them, ones that are marked up, but for whatever reason I either chose not to take it, which I did in that case, or because of fundamental issues, blah, 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 or I just simply missed it, It's good to note them, because then you know for the future. But yeah, 23 weeks, guys, you could have been holding that trade. It's just insane. CHF Japanese yen is actually a new one on my list. I never really had this on my list. Here it is here, look, but I never had it. I just marked up earlier. Euro AUD, I did not have this marked up for sales, in all honesty. But I have marked up for potential buy areas, okay? Which we will look at. Again, EuroCAD, I had this here just because it's the previous high, but I wouldn't have sold it. Now, remember, CAD is getting this strength here and pulling the euro down because of oil price surging. CAD gets strength from oil price, okay? But overall, the economy is not strong. This is not a strong Canadian economy which is pulling this down, okay? It's simply oil price. So let's see what it does. I'd like to see it pull down even further. Oil price increase. Canada pulls down to here. Once it hits this zone, you probably find it's a couple of weeks down the line. Something will happen that Trump will start flooding the market with oil. Oil price then becomes super cheap, and Euro AUD, Euro CAD, sorry, will become a buy, and this will start flying from here. There's always a reason what makes the market move, right? If you're only relying on technical analysis, you're missing out on a huge piece of data that can really help you understand, because the market will always move for a reason. If you understand what those reasons are, fundamentals, geopolitical events, and so on, then you will be ahead of the game on technicals, all right? And it will give you more confidence to place the trade. You know, if you enter it, you have more confidence to hold it. Euro NZD. Let's have a look on Prime Market Terminal. This is a great tool. So let's have a look at Euro NZD. So you just come across here. You can change. Where are we? Euro NZD. See what we've got here. So retailers are, you could call that 50-50 sales and buys. Let's have a look at this. Euro NZD. Why is that not shown? I don't know why it's not shown all pairs. Alright, we'll come back to that later. In fact, we can see it here. Euro NZD. This is DXM. Here we are. Look, we're pretty much 50-50, right? What you ideally want to see is retailers going the opposite way of what you want to see. So let's have a look at COT, currency overview. USD is strong-ish. NZD is stronger, okay. So that's potentially, NZD USD is potentially flipping to buys, but that's just one thing. You can't just go by that. Let's have a look at what we've got here. USD bullish, NZD bearish. Okay, let's come back out. Let's have a look at smart bias history. USD is, so this is good. You can see where it changes from week to week. Bearish, 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 bullish, very bullish, very bullish, very bullish. NZD, where are we? Here we are. Bullish, 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 bearish, very bearish, very bearish, very bearish. So we can see how that changes, right, and how you can use this tool. We are on a weak risk on sentiment. Let's have a look at this one here. Let's change. What is this? GBP NZD. Oh, we don't even need to look at that. That's fine. Let's have a look at Euro. What did I say there? That pair is Euro NZD. In fact, why was I looking at bloody USD there? Okay, so Euro, we've got bullish, NZD bullish. Let's just have a look overall. Euro bearish, NZD bearish. Okay, so that's two of them are shit. I don't know why I looked at USD there. Sorry, I must have just got used to it. Euro very bearish, NZD very bearish. Okay, so I just wouldn't even entertain this because they're both, wishy-washy. They're both weak. So that's one of the ways that you can use Prime Market Terminal to assist in your trading decisions. You don't want to allow it to be the defining point of your trading position. It just gives you extra data, right? The real information and data that you want to be getting is from the likes of Forex Factory and Trading Economics, okay? Because that's cold, hard data. That tells you if you're going to be buying a pair or selling a pair. Where are we? So for GBP AUD, you'd need to wait for a retest, and then go back down. Or let's see if it's going to flip. Am I going to turn back into buys? GBP CAD, it really would be economically based. It would be buys for me all day long. However, because of the strength of oil, then of course that's giving it fake strength. Nothing there. GBP CHF, I wouldn't really be taking it right now. It's a bit wishy-washy. Nah, I wouldn't be. Sorry, I wouldn't be. Not really interested in that. GBP NZD. It's interesting. I do have it marked up for here. Look, break above, close, and go. Let's have a look at pound. Is pound strong? So pound is weak, bearish. NZD is bearish. Okay, so they're two wishy-washy just now, so I wouldn't be taking it. GBP USD, potentially looking at sells here, but we just need to wait and see how it plays out a little bit more. NZD CAD. We had this marked and it played out. Nothing there. Nothing there. There's really enough. We were already in this. We took this for sales. We closed out here. It came back up and then melted again to here, but that's fine. It's still good. We closed out the position here, which is still great because look, it's the previous top, right? And it did reverse on us. So you would have went straight back to nothing if you didn't close. So we made money. That's always a good decision. Don't ever say, "Oh, I knew I should have held it," because you didn't know that, right? And when this is coming up, you're going to say what we said is, "Oh, thank God we closed there because it was the right decision," right? Which is the right decision because you made money. USD CAD, let's wait and see, because USD economy is strong and CAD is getting strength because of oil. So both are that kind of, weird strength just now. USD CHF, no. USD Japanese yen is 1,000,000% buys. You just can't buy it from here just yet. You really need to have a pullback, okay? Let's have a look at the dollar index. It's an area where it could potentially show weakness and start coming back down, or come to here, this zone right here, retest, reject, and then start flying again, right? So both are possibilities. Oil, and look at that. That's where we get in last time. We get in down here last time, and got out here at this white line. Fucking phenomenal. Oil's a hard one because there's loads of mixed data. Obviously, the war's continuing. 1 minute, the Strait of Hormuz is open. Next minute, it's closed. There's reports from Saudi that they are dropping oil production by 2 million barrels per day, and the same's happening in Iraq and all this. So, as it stands just now, oil is buys, but it just hasn't really done anything yet for me to be like, okay, I'm going to buy it now, Gold. As you can see on gold, the guys are in the group are doing this at the lower time frame. I'll show you right now. Look, they are absolutely smashing it. Look, the guys are taking these scalps on the lower time frame. You can see their trade results here. There's Lee up 3 grand. In fact, look, we've got tons of guys here that are up. There we go. Another 700. In fact, if you just go here, trade results will show you. There we go. Look, Lee is up 21 grand this week, scalping gold, and he gives all of his trades in the group. Here he is again. Right, look, up 10 grand, and he actually withdrew 10 grand. Smashed it again. There we go. Look. Again. There's Elliot up 544 quid. Lee again up 10 grand here. Lee. There's Alex. There's Andre. Look, so the guys are catching all these trades in the group, right? All the scalps. But as a swing trader, it's funny because when I look at gold, it isn't doing anything. You know what I mean? It's not doing anything on the 4 hour, on the daily, and so on. It's just giving these like small moves. But if you're on the 30-minute, the 1 hour, 15 minutes, so on, the guys are catching these big moves, okay? And that's all you really need on gold. But in terms of swing trading, it really hasn't hit any areas that I want to trade from. Silver, same. Look, it's just a big range, right? Copper, same. It's just a big horrible range. It's not doing anything. So, as you can see here, guys, there's absolutely nothing that I would take right now, okay? Absolutely nothing. What have we got here? Okay. Yeah, so that's it. So it's already Wednesday, so I can tell. This is a beautiful thing about swing trading, right? I can already tell there's nothing for me to take this week. Nothing, so I don't need to sit here every day at my computer like, oh, please, please be something. I can tell right away there's nothing near my areas. So that's it. The rest of my week's pretty much off. You know what I mean? That's the beauty of swing trading. But some people prefer scalps, some people prefer day trades in and out the same day. I prefer minimum work, maximum results, so that I can just go away and crack on with, my life, expeditions, and so on. All right, lads. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing more here. I'm Ryan Mack. Welcome to the trading, guys. Thank you for watching. If you would like to join our full mentorship program, we have it down below. Click on the YouTube video, right? If you're watching this on YouTube, you need to click on the actual YouTube video, go down to the description down below, and you will see the steps if you wish to join our program. I have various options. I have a trading course, which you can do independently, or if you want our full mentorship. The full mentorship also includes access to the course, which I'm going to show you right here. Look, education, starting from the beginning, right? So you come here, and I'm going to show you. So, here we go. I've got a fundamental cheat sheet in here. I've got a trading journal to show you how to journal your trades. These videos right here that you can see when I'm wearing my blue shirt, these are all basics, like extreme basics. These are for people who literally woke up this morning and thought, what is Forex? I might give it a bash, This is extreme basics. So if you're already someone who knows what a pip is, what a lot is, what a candlestick is, what is Forex, how do I place a trade, you don't need to worry about these ones where I'm wearing a blue shirt, okay? The ones where it starts to get spicy is this. Market cycles, you can watch this. How the markets move in cycles, retail institutional traders, how the market moves in cycles. And then it gets really spicy and really informative and educational here where I'm wearing a white shirt and a cream vest, okay? What is fundamentals? How to read Forex Factory. Trading economics. CPI explained. PCE explained. PPI explained. Average earnings explained. And when I say explained, it's how does it affect the market and how can I use it to make better trade decisions, and make more money, essentially. And I cover it all here, okay? And then here, at the last part, I show you how to put it all into action, okay? Putting it all together. So how do you then look at fundamentals, get the data, look at technical analysis, and so on and so forth, and then place trades? And funnily enough, I actually took trades live while I was recording this because I think it was gold. Gold came in, and you get to watch a trade play out live. As it, look, there it is right there. You can see at the top corner, 1,426 pips on gold while I was recording this video, okay? So it's all here. And then I've got a couple of good ones here that are just good to watch in terms of, look, there's my favorite one, higher time frames always win. Trade small, win big. This is exactly me. I always trade 1% of the account, but when I win big. My last trade, I was up, I won 37% from risking 1%, okay? And this is great. This is just kind of wisdom stuff, all right? So you've got it all here. You've got swing trade education, even more, trade reviews, you've got risk management, you have got trading psychology. We've got everything in here, guys. We've got signals, so whenever I take a trade, you can copy our trades, and then daily, my business partner Lee gives scalps, okay? So you can make money with us while you're learning, all right? For all that information, follow the details down below in the description. Have a great week.